Sophia from 7. I will present about handicraft entrepreneurship for the local market. Next. My name is Abigail Tofia Simatupang.
My name is Kandisunan Irawan.
My name is Raisa Naziha.
My name is Sakila Rahmadarmawan.
Standar kompetensi. 1. Akal pikiran dan kemampuan manusia dalam berpikir kreatif adalah anugerah Tuhan.
2. Jujur, percaya diri, mandiri, kerjasama, toleransi, disiplin, bertanggung jawab, kreatif, dan inovatif.
Yang ketiga, mendesain dan membuat produk serta pengemasan untuk pasar lokal.
Yang keempat, mempresentasikan, mempromosikan, menjual produk kerajinan. Dan yang kelima, menyajikan wirausaha berdasarkan analisis pengelolaan sumber daya alam.
The basic economic law is the law of supply and demand, the relationship between the availability of goods, supply with demand. The meeting point between the two is the determination of the selling price of the product. Availability of goods that exceed buyer demand will lower the cost of goods. Next. Resources that are managed in an entrepreneur are known as 6M: man, money, material, machine, method, market. Man, to run a business, it takes people who will carry it out. In order to get optimal and smooth results, the placement of people's positions must be considered so that they are in accordance with their respective fields. Money is capital used for a business. Without a sufficient budget, the business management process cannot run optimally and causes problems. Materials are production materials needed in the business. The raw materials used must be carefully considered. Quality raw materials will produce high-value products and vice versa. Machines are used as business aids to make work easier and save production time. In addition, machine production results are also more detailed, neat, and have a smaller error rate. A method is a standard procedure used in entrepreneurial management. The method implemented must be accurate and focused so that the business objectives to be achieved, the money budget, production time, and human resources. The use of the right method will make the work more efficient. The last is market. Determining the target market can help the business development process. It is important to maintain the target market because intense competition forces you to have the right marketing strategy. Next. The wave with creative ideas as the driving force is called the creative economy wave. The creative industries are grouped into 14 sectors, such as architecture, design, fashion, music, film, etc. The arrangement of human resources is included in the initial stage, namely organizational preparation. Entrepreneurial activities are divided into 3 stages. First stage is organizational preparation and production planning. Second stage moves production to sales. And the last and third stage is evaluation of all entrepreneurial activities that have been carried out. Next.
Planning a crafting business for the local market. The first step is to determine the target market by observation. Based on the extent, markets can be divided into local, national, and international markets. To determine the target market, we must categorize the market into segments or market segmentation based on similarity and behavior of customers. They can be differentiated geographically or based on location, demographically or based on local customs, and psychographically based on character, social class, lifestyle, and personality. Based on all of these factors, the products that are needed are definitely different based on the area, activities, cultures, and desire. So, the local market needs can be identified by doing observation on the target market and recognizing the local cultures and customs. And when we have done observing them, we could go on to the next step, which is to determine the product idea. The third step after determining the idea is determining the material and the product manufacturing techniques. Raw materials can be identified by looking at the potential of raw material that are there in the area. Raw materials can be taken from natural or man-made resources, and they have to be available in a sufficient amount with a good quality so that the standard form and the quality of all of the products are the same. The manufacturing techniques depends on the material. To determine the techniques, we could also start by looking at the skills that are available in the local area. The techniques that are commonly used are weaving, carving, sewing, and assembling. The last step is product design preparation. The things that need to be considered are, first, the function of the product, the aesthetical value, the price, the economical value, the customers, the production technique, and the material. All of these aspects have to go well together so that the product becomes a good product that will attract the attention of the customers.
Next, craft production for the local market. The stage of production are generally divided into first, the processing stage, formation stage, assembly stage, and finishing. The processing stage is the stage of preparing raw materials to be ready for production. The material process is important to produce a product that is durable, not easily damaged by weather factors and microorganisms. Formation stage is the formation of raw materials depends on the type of materials, the basic form of the materials, and the shape of the product that is to be made. In general, solid materials can be grouped into two, namely solid materials such as metal, plastic, or wood that can be formed by cutting, carved according to the desired shapes, and not solid materials such as seed and fibers. It can be formed by cutting according to the desired shape, woven or assembled. The third, assembly stage. The process of combining several component parts to form a desired decorative craft construction by utilizing supporting material such as glue, nails, threads, ropes, or certain connection techniques. And the finishing. Finishing is done as the last stage before the product is put into the packaging. Finishing can be in the form of smoothing or coating the surface and coloring. so that the product made is more durable and more attractive. Next.
There are two production methods, which is modern production and traditional production. The difference is, in modern production, one person only performs one stage of production. The production is in a factory using machinery, and it is more efficient because they produce large quantities. In traditional production, one person performs each stage of production. The production activities are carried out without the help of machines, but they are done by individuals, and it costs more time because the resulting of the product is difficult to achieve in the standard of the same form.
Kesehatan Selamat Kerja or K3. Health and work safety is an effort to create a healthy, safe work environment which can reduce the probability of irritation, job or disease resulting in demotivation and productivity deficiency. Efforts to maintain occupational health and safety are made based on the materials, tools, and production process used. Next.
Packaging as an important part of crafts for the local market. The function of product packaging is: first, it protects the product from impact and weather; second, it provides easy carrying; third, it adds attractiveness and functions as an identity or the brand; and fourth, it protects the product from dust and dirt. The packaging function is supported by the selection of materials, the shape and the color, the text, and the correct graphic design. For example, handicraft products that are easily damaged must use packaging that has structured materials so that the product is not easily damaged and safely reaches the customer.
Calculation of the selling price of craft products for the local market. Production costs include the element of production cost. There is a cost of raw materials, labor cost, overhead cost, and generally overhead cost divided by fixed overhead cost. Overhead cost was amount does not change, even though the amount of the production change. Variable overhead cost EA. Middle overhead was amount change proportionally according to change in the amount of production. Included in the overhead costs are electricity, fuel, and other costs required to support the production process. Method of calculating the cost of production. The method of calculating the cost of production can be made with two approaches, namely full costing approach, cost that make into account all elements of production cost, namely raw material cost, production labor cost, and overhead cost, as well as coupled with non-production costs such as market cost, as well as administrative and general costs. Variable costing approach. Costs that separate the calculation of applicable production costs are variable with fixed costs. Variable costs consist of raw material cost, production labor cost, and variable overhead coupled with variable marketing costs and variable general costs. Fixed consists of fixed overhead costs, fixed marketing costs, fixed administrative costs, and fixed general expenses. Cost of production. The cost of production is calculated from the amount of cost incurred to produce amount of products. The selling price of the product is determined equilibrium price by finding the price that consumer can afford and the price received by the produce so that the amount of demand is equal to the amount of the offer. Cost-oriented approach. Calculating the cost incurred by the manufacturer with the desired profit rate. both with markup pricing and event analysis. Market approach formulate the price for products market by calculating variables that affect markets and prices such as political, competitive, and socio-cultural situation and condition.
Media promotion of craft products for the local market. Definition of promotion. Promotion is an attempt to disseminate or offer a product or service with the aim of attracting consumers to purchase it. Promotion can be done, among others, by holding activities at a location, promoting through poster or advertisement in print, radio, and social media. Promotion purpose. The purpose of the promotion is introduce the product to potential consumer and to persuade the consumer to buy the product. How does a good promotion work? Promotion is said to be appropriate if it is followed by 4 forms of response from potential consumer. These 4 forms of response are known as AIDA: attention, interest, desire, and action. Attention. The attention from potential buyers is caused by promotion that are interesting to hear and see, and are superior to the promotion of competing products. Interest is the interest in the product from potential buyers. Desire is the desire of potential buyers to own the product. Action is a response where the buyer buys the product over. Next. Media promotion based on targets. First, above the line. Promotion above the line is basically a marketing activity that doesn't focus on sales result. It means that the marketing activity undertaken is solely to enhance its awareness of a brand or product. The promotional activities carried out are aimed at a wide audience. Thus, the media for promotional activities used also have a high level of attention. Examples are billboards, banners, to advertisement on electronic and print media. And then below the line. Promotion below the line is a promotion activity that corresponds better with the target of the product or brand, that are often known by direct marketing. Such promotional activities aimed at loyal customers or prospective customers who do have an interest in the product or brand. This is because the purpose of activity this promotional is to attract potential customer or to make old customer buy their products again. And then through the line. TTL promotion is a combination of the 2 types of promotional activity. This is intended for ads to target desired segments. The implementation and strategy used is also a combination of the 2. For example, advertisement in newspaper, but with shopping vouchers insert for those who have consumed certain products. Next.
Sale of craft product consignment system to local market. Consignment. Sales with consignment system are the sales by leaving the product to other parties to be sold at selling price and term of accordance with agreement between the product owner and the seller. The consignment agreement contains the right obligation with parties. Information that must be consignment agreement. Name of the owner of the consignment. The name of the party entrusted code as called as consign, and name and technical description of the goods, entrusted terms of sale, consumption, provision, and it means the profits to be earned by the store.
This brings us to the end of our presentation. We'd like to thank you for your time and attention today. We apologize if there was any mistakes.